Well, I have a plethora of jobs at my station. I usually do weather, but sometimes I'll do some
you're with
reporting
one of the.
stuff.
You're with Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan, I'm Wayne James.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey man, got a haircut yet? I did. I got trimmed up.
Welcome back from Alaska.
Yeah.
On. So I talk all the time. What you doing, man? I ain't got nothing to do. No, really, what I came down to do is tell them one of the sons of one of the biggest civil rights leaders in New Jersey, that I know about. I was going to tell them that day, but I got Ellis Evans back. Ellis Evans' daddy was the first guy to get locked up during
They so.
Nobody knew about it. I just went out and talked to his daughter. He died when he was talking to me about the pension fund. He failed. He failed.
Wow. I ended the sentence. Y'all so particular.
You get when you hand stuff to lawyers. You know what it is.
I believe so. I didn't know I failed. I didn't know
His daddy was about that tall and had a voice that sounded like he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he was one of the major civil rights leaders in Macon. Him and Denard, let's see, him and the Bivens.
Yeah, Bill Burke.
All of them got locked up on the bus downtown and Saul locked them up.
Okay.
I went on the police department. Well, I said, well, on the police department, I'm not sure. But anyway, they got locked up and they were real shakers and movers in there.
I know Bivens integrated the Y, so he's in that group.
Yeah, I talked to Bert about it.
Yeah.
And I think Wayne said she thought she caught somebody on TV last night.
Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to start our meeting in just a moment. If you have requested to address the commission tonight for agenda item or non-agenda items, you'll need to put those forms up front so we can collect those until I have an opportunity to speak. ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Macon-Bibb County Board of Commissioners regular meeting. Today is February the 6th, 2024, and the time is 6:05. I'd like to welcome everyone here to City Hall tonight for our meeting. We're going to begin a meeting like we always do, with a call to order and welcome is what we're doing. And it's followed by a prayer. Our prayer tonight is Reverend Peyton Stone, the Associate Pastor of Mulberry Street United Methodist Church. And Reverend Stone, if you don't mind coming up to the microphone. Immediately preceding the prayer, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll proceed in order. So those you can, and will please stand by you.
Let us pray. Gracious God, you are merciful. You protect the weak. When we are brought low, you are the one who saves us. You are the God of Exodus and resurrection. Holy God, accomplish your purposes in this meeting today. Breathe upon this gathering, the Spirit of God, and turn the hearts of all of us who are present to the word of your Spirit. Through this work, enlarge hearts and expand visions that we all might better be your people in and for the community of Macon, Georgia. Grant our mayor and commissioners the ability to discern what is good and right and true, seeking your wisdom above all else. Grant them the courage to pursue the common good for all who live in Macon-Bibb, especially the poor and the powerless, the widow and the orphan, the homeless and the hungry, the sick and the immigrant. And empower all of us to imitate the example of your Son, Jesus Christ, who in humility pursued our good above his own, who taught us it is truly greater to serve and to be served. We offer this prayer in the name of Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with you in the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Lady C. I do not believe we have any announcements tonight. We do have a presentation that I'll ask Commissioner Lucas to do. This is a recognition, a resolution of the Macon-Bibb County Commission recognizing the month of February 2024 as Black History Month. Commissioner Lucas.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you, Julie Collins. Mr. Mayor and fellow commissioners and citizens of Macon-Bibb County. This is a resolution of the Macon-Bibb County Commission recognizing the month of February 2024 as Black History Month and for other lawful purposes. And it reads, whereas in 1926, Dr. Carter G. Woodson, the son of former slaves who worked in Kentucky coal mines as a child, proposed and launched a week-long celebration of the people and events that had and continue to have significant impacts on Black culture and history in America. And whereas, because February is the birth month of two significant figures in Black history, writer, statesman, and tireless abolitionist Frederick Douglass and President Abraham Lincoln, the signer of the Emancipation Proclamation, Dr. Woodson chose this month to hold this commemoration. And whereas, as a result of Dr. Woodson's efforts, Negro History Week was established to enhance the knowledge of Black history through the publication of the Journal of Negro History, published by Dr. Woodson's Association for the Study of African American Life and History. And whereas, in 1976, the commemoration was extended from a week-long event to the entire month of February, officially establishing Black History Month, thereby setting aside the month of February to recognize the heritage and achievements of Black Americans. And whereas, during the month of February, across the United States of America and throughout the Macon-Bibb County community, Observances are held to increase public awareness of the importance of Black history and the significant contributions that Black Americans make in support of the country and communities. Attached to this resolution are a number of supporting details. For instance, there is a listing, and I want to thank our legal department, who they do an excellent job of putting together the Black History Month resolution each year, but they have listed a number of areas of achievement of Black Americans, and I know all of you know some of the history, and it is extensive. I'm going to move to the now therefore be it resolved by the Macon-Bibb County Commission, and it is hereby so resolved by the authority of the same that the Macon-Bibb County Commission recognizes the month of February 2024 as Black History Month and urges the citizens of Macon-Bibb County to celebrate the contributions of Black Americans to all aspects of our society, and especially the arts throughout the year. Be it further resolved that the Macon-Bibb County Commission hereby declares that all that I have said to be true and forthright. Be it further resolved that the Macon-Bibb Commission grants the mayor the authority to take any and all further actions necessary to carry out the effect of this resolution. And Mr. Mayor and fellow commissioners, I so move that we adopt the 2024 Black History Month resolution.
Thank you, Commissioner Lucas, and I'll take that as a motion to approve. Can we get a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bronson. All those in favor of accepting this resolution in recognition, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That motion carries. Thank you very much for presenting that and all that you continue to do.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. We got an extra day this month too, by the way. This is leap year.
Oh, yeah.
You can thank me for that later.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful.
All right, thank you very much. That's very important, and we're glad we participated in that. We're going to move on to the approval of the minutes. Can we get a motion to approve the minutes? Motion approved by Commissioner Wynn. Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We're going to move on to the consent agenda. We have items A through U, accepting the following: G, which is fell for lack of a second earlier today, and items H and I, which we removed from there. So I'll get a motion to approve the consent agenda. Motion by Commissioner Howell. We have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Jones. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. That motion carries. We also have, we have no items on the agenda that have public comments, but we'll move on to public comments on, well, we have one, which we do first. Public comments on non-agenda items. First, I ask Mr. Joe Gibson to come forward. If you don't mind Mr. Gibson coming up to that microphone. You got 5 minutes to address commissioners, and he wants to address the commission regarding the Greater Lindsay Grove Baptist Church request for a street name. And we'll hear from you this time, sir.
Thank you. Greater Leesburg Baptist Church document request for a street naming. Good evening. I am Deacon Joe Gibson, a member of the church board of the Greater Leesburg Baptist Church, located at 1180 Fort Hill Street in Macon. Our church is grateful to this commission for considering the ordinance to name a portion of Fort Hill Street in honor of two of our pastors, the late Reverend Moses Dumas Sr. and our current pastor, Reverend Dr. Derek Marvis Dumas. Under their leadership, we have witnessed much Christian growth in our church, the Fort Hill community, and in our city. They are widely recognized and respected for their great works. The late Reverend Moses Dumas pastored our congregation for over 44 years, moving this church to its current site. He was instrumental in forming a brotherhood that exists between all churches in the neighborhood. He serves on the church and segregate committee of Keeping Macon Beautiful, and was an advocate supporter of the Cherry Blossom Committee for many years. Dr. Derek Dumas was named pastor after serving 6 years as an assistant pastor following the death of his grandfather. He serves as the Greater Elizabeth Shepherd for the past 17 years and has expanded the Christian activity that benefits the community. The church has adopted Burdell Elementary School and supports school activities for students and staff, including annual awards donated to most improved students at both Burdell and King Elementary School in honor of outstanding educator who taught those years. The church sponsored an annual feast festival open to the children of the community, which sponsored an annual, which includes free games, food, free professional counseling upon request, documents needed, free sample foods for activities of families and community as requested. Our church donates free prepared lunches to the Loaves and Fish Ministry monthly. The church supports community Keep Making Beautiful cleanup and beautification projects and strives to be a beacon of love, light, and concern for the community. Plans are underway to offer a community garden this summer. Dr. Dillon is a member of the General Missionary Baptist Convention of Georgia. Currently serves as Vice President at Large for the 6th District of Georgia. He has also served as the board member of the National Home of Central Georgia. He's a member of the Omega Phi Fraternity Incorporated. Both pastors have dedicated much time and compassion to the residents of Fort Hill and Lincoln, including documenting her participation in the early civil rights movement in our city. Thank you again for our consideration.
Thank you, Mr. Gibson. Thank you for being here tonight. We have three so far. Appears to be on the same subject, so I'm not sure what order you like to speak. I'll take them in whatever order I got here, if that's okay, unless someone prefers to speak first. Okay. And Ms. Gabrielle Searcy. Thank you for being here tonight, ma'am. If you don't mind speaking to that microphone and identify yourself, you may have to pull it down a little bit. Can you pull it closer to you? No, ma'am. She'll come over for you. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Gabby Dixon, the mother of Gabby Dixon. As you all are aware, my daughter has been missing since October 3rd. Now, I do understand that the city and county is separate, but I'm looking at it as 11 individuals who I believe can use their platform in order to help us in the search for my daughter. And so my question is, what can you all do? Our elected officials, what can you all do? What have you all done in order to aid the Bibb County Sheriff's Department in the search for my child? Because from what we hear, in all honesty, it's a lot of blame going back and forth. One person says, well, we're doing this, we're doing that, but then we go on social media. There are officials, instead of saying, hey, let me give you comfort, they want to argue back and forth, which I feel is wrong. I'm going through a tumultuous time right now, and instead of my leaders, people that I help elect, be confident and say, hey, we're going to help and actually do it, I'm not getting a response. Now, I've heard several times that we have nothing to do with Bibb County, but you all have a platform that you can use. When it's time for election time, I see many drives, I see rallies. There was a rally February 1st that I had planned on attending, but unfortunately my granddaughter got sick. So I need to know, what do I need to do at this point to get attention? Do I need to file complaints? What do I do in order to get some type of attention, some type of help to resolve this matter? What was done differently, and maybe you all don't know, if you get the answer for me, that would be great. When Laura Giddings went missing, what was done in order to bring her offender, her murderer, to justice? With Mr. Luis Hernandez, he went missing December 19th. He was found less than a month, maybe a little bit over a month. Did Bibb County step in? Did the city step in? To my knowledge, that mother, they had to do exactly what we're doing. Our own footwork, unaided by anyone. And these searches have been dangerous. We've had people record us, make threats, and no one seems to care. That family, the Hernandez family, had to seek help from a different county. We live in Bibb County and we can't get help from anyone. I've had Jones County reach out to me and say, we're in a jurisdiction, they'll come help the search. They contact the Bibb County Sheriff's Department and they get turned down. So what can you all do to help me, to help my daughter, to help her children? Thank you.
Thank you for being here tonight. Just wanted to just make things clear. This is your opportunity to speak with us. This is not a question and answer between the commission and any speaker tonight. And I can address the just some brief remarks when everyone gets a chance to speak. So, Ms. Carlin Lester. Thank you for being here tonight as well. And I think you want to talk on a similar subject, and you have 5 minutes to speak. Doing just fine.
I'm just here because, this girl mom is really going through it. And we have kind of, like she said, when it's time to vote, you have to step up for y'all. And nobody has stepped up for Gabby. She has to get out there on her feet. And this whole place should be running over people's, supporting her, but it's not. So I guess they feel that they can be accountable on supporters, and why should they come out here? Yeah, I don't know whether y'all understaffed or what, but I have even called and asked them about a helicopter. My boy in Mobile, Alabama, Birmingham went missing for 4 days. Three counties stepped in and helped him. They found him in 4 days. He was dead, but they found him. My mom just wants some closure. That's all I want to say.
Thank you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Reginald, is it Dixon? I'm sorry.
Good evening, how y'all
Doing good. Thank you.
I heard you say it's not really nowhere left of the job. In general. But I know it might not be nothing that y'all can do, but we have not been told nothing. They tell us that she's dead. We ask them, how do you know? What's the evidence? They don't tell us nothing. They won't tell us how she died. No kind of information they'll tell us. They'll just tell us they don't assure us that she's dead. So if she's dead, why don't they tell us? And why don't they hold the other people who was around, who witnessed the murder, who they were part of it? Why they don't hold them accountable? For helping out. There's so many questions that need to be answered. And it seems like they just don't want to answer the questions. But you can sit here and tell me and my ex-wife that my daughter's dead. You can't tell me how she died. You ain't showing no body. You don't have no evidence. And it's been 3 months. It's been 3 months. They barely checked in with us. It's been since November since we heard of it. I mean, then when we go out and try to do something, they ask us why we doing that. Is it credible? Well, it's that we got people telling us more than y'all telling us. Y'all ain't telling us nothing. So we just go by what we hear. Now, I ask yourself, everybody, every normal person can ask themselves, why, if they had kids, how would you be? 3 months waking up, not knowing where the daughter at, can't eat, can't sleep, can't do nothing but cry. I mean, how would you feel? So the only thing we ask for is the same courtesy, the same. We ask for the same thing that y'all would want for y'all kids. Just hypothetical. Every last one of y'all got kids. I'm thinking, how would you feel? And you ain't told nothing. Well, they seem like they know everything, but they ain't telling you nothing. I mean, something had to give. We need to know something. I'm getting sick. I'm getting sicker and sicker. Every day since this happened, I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't do nothing. I wake up in the morning, I don't feel like doing nothing. Nothing at all. I have other kids that I haven't really dealt with in 3 months because this is aggravating me. This aggravates me. It's hard to believe that y'all have so many people with all this knowledge and so much power, but you have people who don't even have experience. Killers don't even have the experience to hide bodies for 3 months, to know stuff about that. But it seems like they must know something. They must be smart. But it's time for us to know something. I mean, the guy's still in jail. My daughter ain't even been buried yet. We ain't even no funeral arrangements or nothing because we trying to wait to see. Gave them all the time in the world, and to see what they was going to do, and then they still was doing the same thing. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, telling my ex-wife, let them do their job. Let them do their job. Let them do their job. And she didn't want to slow down or slack back on what she was doing. Well, I just said, let them do their job, let them do it. Now, that was 2 months ago. I want to know what they did in 2 months. I want some answer from Anita Howard. Chef Davis, I want some answers. I need some answers. I'm tired of going back and forth. I haven't posted on Facebook about this. I haven't shared my feelings about none of this. I haven't talked to anybody about nothing. But I'm just getting tired now. I'm getting tired and I'm wore out. I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm to the point where I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I mean, we need some answers. Y'all talk about moving forward. How can you move forward when you constantly divided? It got to be a division somewhere, because if it was no division, then somebody would know what's going on. That's all I want to say, but we need some answers. It's been too long. It's been 90 days. Nothing. They don't come back and tell us nothing. Or rather they work it. We're working on it. We're still working on it. But then you got a whole folder full of evidence. And you're going to tell me my daughter's dead? You know she's dead for real? Show me how. Why you say she's dead? Show me where she's dead. Why you say she's dead? But you don't want to tell me that. Evidently you must know something. So it's time it's time for healing. It's time for us to move on. It's time to let go. Let the truth come on out so we can live and walk right and do right and talk right. Because I'm to the point where I'm about to spaz out. Now, I go out here and just in all honesty, I go out here and I kill 5 or 6 folks. I get locked up, stuff like that, and I understand that. But when you feel a certain kind of way, you want different types of revenge. But to make you feel better. People have it different ways.
Thank you, sir. I don't want you to continue talking to get yourself in any situation, but I do appreciate you being here tonight. But let me just say briefly, and it's not a chance to have a conversation, just want to let you know me personally. I can only imagine the pain that the parents and the families going through. I can only imagine that. I'd like to say that I can relate to it. I can't relate to it. I don't think anybody can relate to it. I will tell you, as a born-again Christian myself, me and my family, I prayed for your family and for the safe return, even if it's not in the return of the child in body. But I do know that there is a process that we're trusting. And when I say that we are not looking to shift the blame to someone, we do have certain duties and responsibilities. And certainly, I know you want answers yesterday. I have a friend that's been missing since February last year, a good friend of our family. There's been found at all. We're coming up on 1 year next week. And there's a video, and the person was seen leaving with someone who's been arrested, but there's been no body and no declaration of death. So I can only imagine what the family's going through. I can tell you that I speak on behalf of these commissioners that we are praying for your family. We love your daughter. We want to see the investigation go. We can't provide answers that you need tonight. We can't give you updates on that. I'm going to talk, sir. We can't provide updates for the sheriff. We have to trust in the process that he's going to do a good job investigating the case. We feel like that the best course of action right now is to get justice for her through the prosecution process. And I've had conversations with Nina Howard. I know she's working hard to do her part. I've talked to the sheriff. He tells me he's provided as much update as he can without compromising the investigation. I know it has to be tough. And I know that we've expended resources, but I'm not going to get into all those details now on expending resources and what that means. But what I will tell you is that we support your efforts. And we hope that you can get closure on this case and very, very soon. But we cannot provide you information that we don't have and shouldn't provide you in an open forum at all, because it could compromise the successful prosecution of those that have done your family wrong. So I'm not going to say too much more tonight. It's not a back and forth. Your time is up tonight. But I did want to let you know that from on behalf of these commissioners that we have here, that we feel for your family, and we are going to do everything in our power to make sure that this case is successfully prosecuted. And we have allowed the sheriff's department expenses.
I mean the same thing from when it's the same on never.
I understand, sir. That's your time to talk, sir.
We just asking for what evidence that they have.
Well, we're not in possession of that evidence, sir. That your time is completed tonight. We have anyone else here to talk tonight?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if it was somebody, you know, if it was, no, they didn't fight. That's not right.
But thank you for being here tonight, sir.
That's not right. That's not right. Y'all and have all kind of evidence. Don't want to say nothing. This, that, and the third. They gonna say it's all right. Y'all understand? No, y'all don't understand. Nothing.
Thank you for being here tonight, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the information that we have on our agenda tonight. We don't have any other need for an executive session. So if there's no further business that brings us here tonight, this meeting is adjourned.
So you're reporting?
I am